Welcome to the second CanCon Classics spot of the year. Last week, I explained who I was and what has been going on for the last 27 installments of this spot on the P.O. Box radio show with Postman Dan. I said that at first, I reached out to other musicians for help recording covers of Canadian classics, but when I came up short, I started doing it myself, either with Starship Experience as a backing band, or with a guest vocalist, or just recording every track myself. Eventually, I started having the original artist introduce the tune, and this turned into a fun bunch of months meeting these people and getting their feedback. This is now a brand new spot. I intend to fully turn things over to other artists. This means it won't be a parade of Canadian celebrity introductions that the last bunch of spots have been. I will get those where possible, but my priority now is to get other people involved as much as possible. Earlier, I failed to get enough musicians lined up. How is that going to change this time? Well, one of the things I like to do is allow Instagram stories to go by while doing something else. This nicely makes me feel like I attended shows even when I didn't. I can see who is playing with who and learn something about a scene where I can't possibly be everywhere at once. Like I said last time, I've gone through periods of working on school and jobs where I've been disconnected from the music scene. So whenever I get back into it, I usually go to the same people I've known for 20 years and see whatever it is they're doing now. The Mendozas is a band that I go back a long way with. I will always watch whatever Mike and John do over the years. One artist I saw they were playing with recently was Hot Apollo. I listened to a bunch of their music and thought it sounded cool. It was very 70s proto-punk and glam like the Stooges or T-Rex. So I contacted Hot Apollo and asked them to participate in the show. I ended up communicating with Jaymes Buckman, Hot Apollo's tattooed and usually topless singer. I got the chance to see these guys recently at Duffy's, and Hot Apollo is a really accomplished five-piece band with two guitarists that can play lead well. It was a lot of fun. I got their 7-inch single of Working on Love and Baby Lord. The latter track, Baby Lord, I suggest checking out that song. It has a cool acoustic guitar part and is a tightly written garage rocker. James asked for a suggestion as to what song to do. I suggested Monster Hospital by Metric. This is one of those songs I like to explain to others. I remember when I was talking to Chris Broadbeck of C-Spa Run last year, they did I Fought the Law at the supermarket in December, and afterwards talking to him I said, so, what's the Canadian song that references I Fought the Law? That's the Jeopardy question this song answers. I Fought the Law was a hit in 1966 by the Bobby Fuller Four before it was covered by The Clash. The I Fought the War chorus in Metric's Monster Hospital from their 2005 Live It Out album seems to reference this song lyrically, and then another lyric in the song says, Daddy Warbucks up against Bobby Fuller. Daddy Warbucks is Frank Burns from the show MASH, which was a show about war. So the reference is direct, and the song Monster Hospital qualifies as an interpolation of the Bobby Fuller song I Fought the War, or at least the chorus is. I already did a Metric song on this show. I did Sick Muse a while back, which is now on streaming services under the name Grand Fenwick. Now I have someone else doing the song for me, and I couldn't be happier. This is the way it was meant to be, folks. Before airing Jaymes Buckman of Hot Apollo's version of Monster Hospital by Metric, one last thing. I don't want anyone fussing over sound quality for their submission to this radio spot because this is radio. This is live at the BBC. A lower sound quality is what makes it live, what makes it radio. You can remix it later if you want, but if bands back then didn't mind going on the radio, then nobody today should either. And with that, here is Jaymes Buckman of Hot Apollo with Metric's Monster Hospital. Enjoy.
Monster Hospital, can you please release me? You hold my hands down, I've been bad. Hold my hands down, I've been bad. I've been bad. I fought the war, I fought the war, I fought the war, but the war won. I fought the war, but the war won. Monster movie, Daddy Warbucks, Bobby Fuller. Lead them hands down, head in the head.
So Ian, you definitely seem like someone who's extremely invested in music. I mean, obviously, given your profession, all that, and I love that. I admire that, and in a way, I relate to that. You seem like someone who's always known that music was going to be a big part of your life from the jump, and that's how it is with me. Like, do you know that feeling when you have known forever that this is what you were meant to do, like whatever path you're on, you just know that this path is the one that's going to see you through the ages. It's just unthinkable to consider anything else. That's what music has always been for me. The unique pleasure and exultancy I get from performing on stage with my lyrics and energy backed up by some sweet electric guitar, that is like nothing else in the cosmos for me. And that's why I'm here in Hot Apollo, and that's why I ever shall be.